The main events in the audio frequency circuits. The microphone brings about a pulsating direct current. The transformer changes this to an alternating current. Vacuum tubes amplify this alternating current, which then goes to the modulator.
Molecules containing more than one atom can rotate and vibrate. Sometimes vibration is simple in form. We can see that each vibrational mode has a different frequency, and all of the patterns of vibration may be different. Each of the vibrations is a simple harmonic motion.
The same peaked wave triggers a pulse-forming circuit, which creates a new waveform, pulses with flat tops. Notice that throughout these changes, the exact subdivisions of our second and time have not been lost. We still have precisely the same number of positive peaks per second.
Pulsating direct current. Pulsating direct current.
Like a guillotine. If the sine wave's frequency is 1,000 cycles a second, we have actually divided 1 second into 1,000 equal parts. But in this sine wave, it's impossible to tell where each thousandth of a second begins and ends. That's why it's changed into this, a peaked wave, which can be measured from positive peak to positive peak.
The microphone brings about a pulsating direct current. Vacuum tubes amplify this alternating current, which then goes to the modulator.
The number of times a given molecule moves back and forth in 1 second is the frequency of the wave. In one complete vibration, indicated here by the bracket, sound travels a distance of 1 wavelength. The velocity of any sound wave equals its wavelength times its frequency.
I don't have the energy for you today.
Never thought of energy as something you lacked.
Welcome, y'all. We are back for episode 39 of Ordinary Games. Welcome, welcome all. But first, it's time for our introductions. Move me in. Thank you. Thank you. It is either double, the door is always open. Gandalf without the gray or the white, because I'm all black. Jordan LaForge, captain of this enterprise, and the swag king, as crowned by Copa Ex Machina himself. I am Left Eye E.G.O. I am joined by the woman whose boldness only matches her beauty, her sun, moon, and stars, my everything. Without her, I only see what's on the left side of me. Shiro, how are you doing this evening, honey?
I'm good. Who gave you that crown?
Copa did. Yes, I have been
Really?
crowned the swag king. Yes.
Why?
And why do you have to? Why do you doubt my achievements? I've been crowned.
I'm not doubting your
It
achievement.
sounds like you were.
I'm just curious. It's a change. Anyways, doesn't matter.
I was crowned. That's all.
I'm good.
So,
I'm recovering from this weekend. I thought that I could go out multiple nights in a row, and that's not the case.
got her right where I want her, boys.
It's not.
She's only good for one night a week.
We did one night, and that's it.
Bear in mind, that was Friday. It's Sunday. She's
I'm
still
tired.
recovering. Well, guys, we're live on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Twitter. So however you're finding us and watching us, we thank you. So check out the chat. The man and Johnny Douglas with the boom shakalaka, one of my favorite phrases. Nadia, hello. I told her that we saw Long Legs.
Yeah.
And we looked forward to her thoughts. What is it? We're having review.
Are we doing our
We're
review?
gonna have to.
Okay.
Nadia, we're gonna have to
Okay.
do our review. I think that we had to talk to Nadia and someone else since we're interested in horror and have like a horror movie awards for the year.
Okay.
I like that. I don't know if we're called the scaries, the slashies. I don't know, the ghosties.
Maybe you should work on it.
It's a work in progress, guys. Work in progress. But now, if you're interested, let me know. We'll add you on there too. Well, I don't know. We should probably do it in October or something like that. Maybe for Halloween.
Maybe.
Perhaps. But I don't know because Nosferatu comes out on Christmas. So decisions we made. I was just workshopping that in my head. So let me see. We got anyone else that posted up so far? And that I've seen. Okay, cool. We got that. We can get right into it. Got a jam-packed show for you guys today. I'm actually gonna go ahead and start off first with well, you guys know where I'm going, where I always love to go. But
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're gonna hear about it. You.
all right, so Shiro's birthday was Thursday, right? And I'm like, I gotta find out something for us to do on that special day, because it's her special day, even though she forgot her birthday.
I did forget.
Yes.
I did.
So I'm like, hey, there's a thing coming up at the restaurant called Dining in the Dark, where they pretty much just blindfold you, you eat foods, and it's supposed to heighten your palate and things like that. I'm like, this works wonderfully, especially considering the fact that now Shiro is in my world, where we're in the land of the blind, the man with a blue eye is king, right?
Oh, God.
So I've started off well. I'm going to give you guys progress photos because, why wouldn't I? I'm going to show you guys how everything started. Starting off really nice. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, we'll start with this one. I'll take you guys through kind of a slideshow of how this happened and how I was eventually done dirty. All right, let's start off. I was looking fly as the sky at 9:15. My love was looking beautiful. We're having a good time. It was. I liked it. It was nice, right?
Yeah,
We're
it
doing
was
well.
fun. It was. I think though that when we first walked in, you were a little surprised that it was just in a room.
Yes, because
Right.
the way they made it sound is like we're going downstairs, like, hey, you might sprain an ankle, you might hurt yourself. So you're saying that if anything happens outside of gross negligence, you will not hit us with these papers. So I'm like, ooh, what are we doing? We're going downstairs and like where you store all the wine. It's gonna be like intimate setting with lighting. No, it's none of that. We just walked straight to the back. We sat down and put blindfold over us. Okay. As you can see, they gave us these little sleep masks, which were great because we brought those home. Those are gonna be great for sleep. You had to put your hands on the table and you'd like kind of like forking, and they slide a glass between your fingers that where the wine is, or they put silverware on the other hand. I don't know how they would do the other hand.
They didn't give it to you like that. You just kind of felt around for it. They told you like your drink's on the left. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so that's how your boy was on getting his Ray Charles on. They slide it through your fingers. That's how you drink it, right? Okay, so so the thing is, you hold your phone up. Yeah, wife was showing off the goods there. I was not.
Honey, keep
What?
going.
He was out here. Bam. Yeah. See what married up, guys. Married up. So anyway, you're supposed to. They said, hey, if you want people to take pictures, phone up because if you just push the phone button, take a picture, you're good to go. So we did the meat special because they had meat, fish, vegetarian. So we're doing meat, and like the second course, I'm like, I got it. I'm like, this is. I only had 3 bites, and then Shiro's over here like, what?
He said, "Oh, I'm done already," and I'm like, "This was never ending." I kept like getting more food, and I'm still going. And he's like, "No, I'm done." Yeah, and I was like, "How could you possibly be done?"
Yes, I started out. That's what I'm saying. I started out great. I'm like, yo, this is good. This is easy. Like I was told this was the meat menu. What's happening here? This is not worth what I paid for, right? So Shiro takes off her mask when we turn the lights on. That was our cue. Like they tap and say, "Hey, turn it on." And so I'm like, I finished my food. They're like, "This is the picture that the host took of me, showing me clearly not finishing my plate at all."
Do the next one's even better.
It's not even because the thing is, he had me feeling around like I'm special. She was like, "Hey, why don't you feel around to make sure you got it?" And here I am feeling around like I'm trying to read it in Braille. And he took 3 photos of this too. Just like right here. Just it didn't make it any better that at that point the people we were seated with, the husband decided to become a comedian who's like, "Hey, get homie a bib and a high chair to complete the look." I was like, "Sir, I just came here for a dinner. I did not mean to catch strays."
Even the security guard was like, "I was so worried I was going to run and put a napkin on you." They were all just like watching
everyone.
you.
No one gave me any help. No one said, "Hey, bro, like it's all on the table. You gotta like go ahead, pull it back, put your plate underneath, and scrape it back." No one helped me at all. And considering the fact that one of the hosts sounded like DMX, like, "Hey, my man, you got bad food on your plate. All on there." I'm like, nope, none of that. I didn't get any of that help. Just watch me suffer and waited for me to take the blindfold off. Then everyone started laughing at me.
Oh my God.
All I'm saying. Magnoli, what's going on, sir? Yes, sir, I'll take it. What kind of bougie dining y'all do there? A lot. So there's a place called the Pearl District. It's kind of like downtown, and it's kind of like the artsy fartsy part of the city.
Yeah, in kind of.
Yeah.
So like the Riverwalk, it's just a nice area that they put together. It has restaurants and shops and stuff like that.
Yeah. Christopher, forgot to acknowledge it earlier. And I agree. They should have yes, exactly. The plates were flat. The thing is, you couldn't even tell what they're putting in front of you. So they put it in front. They'll put the glass for wine right between your fingers, but the rest of the time you're just that's what you're doing. So when I felt the plate, I felt the edge of the plate. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'm good. But I didn't know how much space I had between the end of the plate and the edge of the table.
But you didn't need to know how much space you had between the table and the plate, honey.
Why?
You needed to know where the edge of the plate was, so you knew to scoop your food like in the middle.
No.
Or stab. Like, no. I don't understand. You just said, F it. I'm going to just keep scooping the food towards me.
This is exactly what I was told.
Oh, he does. I feel like the blindfold didn't mean anything. He already eats like that.
The disrespect.
I mean, wow. You do. They pick up yeah, you do, honey. You like throw food around. And you're like, "Oh, it's so good. Yay, I'm eating." Like you've never eaten before.
I'm hungry.
Even today at brunch.
That was good. Okay, that toast was good.
They were like, "What is wrong with you?"
I had, whatchamacallit? Plate to mouth. Table's irrelevant. No, it's very, very relevant. Okay. That's all I'm saying is I was given no help. All right.
Well, who could help you? I mean,
there were several people that saw me fumbling and just let it happen. They're like, "Ooh, we're gonna get pictures of this."
Yes, because that's the fun of it.
Okay.
I mean, granted, I'm a little teed off that you didn't get to eat most of your food.
Are you?
We were hungry while you were hungry.
Okay.
Later.
You had a good laugh, so But anyway, guys, also bringing this up because while Shiro forgot her birthday, it doesn't change the fact that she got a power saw, a table saw.
I did get a table saw, yeah.
She got a table saw for her birthday, and she immediately went to work with it, guys. I mean, the minute she got it, this is her just taking care of it. Let me mute this real quick. So basically, she was letting me know how it worked on here. She was so excited to get this thing going.
I'm gonna get judged hard if I didn't do this right.
This is the first one. So I mean, you're trying to.
I had to take the safety thing off. That was dumb.
Sawing without a safety. Okay. So basically, she was getting to work, and she was actually working on part of the kitchen. I told everyone, I'm telling y'all, Shiro needs to be on HGTV, okay? Because back on the side here is basically what we have as our backsplash, right? And I'm going to show you what it wound up looking like once Shiro got done with it, and the fact that we really need to put her on HGTV, all right? And once she was done with it,
touch up the paint and stuff, but
yeah, she did a really good job. Like, she took all this backsplash off, put these, what are these actually, tiles?
Yeah, they're like copper tiles.
Copper tiles, and this is the butcher block she actually cut out. So she just pulled up a counter and then put this butcher block on it, and she actually painted the cabinets blue. So I mean, her HGTV game is way up. And if y'all know anyone at HGTV, please let them know that I have someone here that will, you know, be on camera putting things together.
Oh, thank you, Christopher.
Yeah, she did a really great job.
I'm very new to it, so it's not perfect, but it looks better than what was there. Was this white, like, Formica top that they painted, and it stains, and it looks like we are the dirtiest people in the world.
Yeah. Oh, so the follow-up, confident of catching the light and bouncing. Yes. And it gives me good depth perception of how far the table or how far the backsplash and the microwave are. Yes, I was given a participation trophy. It was called the Bill. Okay? Just so you know.
Oh my gosh.
Wound up staying out later on that night. Went to a jazz bar. It was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it was a New Orleans night.
Yes.
Or Creole night. It was a lot of fun.
It was. So yeah, that was pretty much the way our date night went. Happy birthday, my love.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
It was. We are still to this.
I do have one gripe about it.
What?
Is that the restaurant we went to, I had been wanting to try it, but I feel like because they did the choice of meat, fish, or vegetarian, I feel like we did not get the full experience of the actual restaurant's
the actual restaurant
flavor, because I mean the chef cooked meals specifically for this, so that threw me for a loop. It was good, don't get me wrong.
I just been from the menu.
Kind of, yeah. So I could have gotten a feel for what their menu is, even though they did stick to a lot of South American dishes and stuff. A gaming table. What's that look like?
Oh, I'm always she knows where my guns are too. I'm always my best behavior. Always. Honey, you've got your first request. Now, do you want to know if you can build a gaming table?
I mean, I'm sure I could.
Yeah, but if you send her specs of what you want, I'm pretty sure she will do it. And if she's making things for you, she can't spend money elsewhere. So I actually would prefer you actually email us, please.
I feel like the table saw is my last big purchase for tools. I just needed it to do the big pieces because I'm still not great at cutting straight. And so the table saw really helps me cut those long pieces. Okay. Even with a guide, like I somehow cut it crooked.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand. There was only one person I absolutely did not like. Okay. So you could do meat, you could do fish, you could do greens, okay? AKA veggies, okay? There was one person out of 20.
No, there was like 30 people in the room.
There were 30 people, but only one decided they wanted to have greens, only greens, right? And if you saw what she looked like, you were like, oh, we could tell you did this on purpose. And she was like, we'd be like, hey guys, for people that had greens, how was it? She's like, well, I mean, I could just, hold on, do it here. I could just taste the coriander and there was a hint of rose. Okay, yes, it was such a good, I liked really the flavor was there. I was like, bitch, that was salt and pepper.
Why are you mad at her that she had a good palate?
She kept talking.
She did. She talked a lot. She's the only one who had veggies, and the rest of us were like, well, we don't really care because you're the only one who had that.
Everyone else, how'd you like it? It was good.
We guessed it. Yay.
Right. What it tastes like? Flavorful. Everyone else, she was like, I really could taste that. We're like,
even the drink part, yeah. She was very specific. She enjoyed herself. I can't knock her for that.
I am. But she just would not stop talking about it. We're just like, we get it. Please, you're holding us up from the next course, man. Please let us go. Anyway, we are on to my favorite part of the stream. I don't know what time it is. It is.
Why you like this so much?
It's so much fun because I get the opportunity to try to make you laugh. Guys, it is Stone Cold Shiro time. I've scoured the web the last 2 weeks to try to find 3 examples to make Shiro laugh. Now, I was on dishwasher duty the last 2 weeks because, well, I kind of failed with that one. I think I failed on that one. I'll admit it.
I did laugh at one.
Bougie eating, I know. But it has to be 2. I think it has to be 2 out of 3, as we have found out from the chat.
Well, I mean, you gave me 3, so 2 would indicate that you win.
Right. As I said, I didn't win the last one.
Oh, okay.
I don't even like the way you win.
You don't even like the way I win.
I really
All
don't.
I do is, I mean, I try. So I will say this after the last time because I had seen so many of them. Mm-hmm. I tried not to watch a lot of the
funny stuff.
Reels and stuff.
I appreciate that. All right. Well, nothing's gonna save you from this one though.
Because I felt like I cheated last time because I had.
It's okay, and that's when I'm on the right track.
Okay.
If you did see it, I actually feel. I feel okay with that. All right, so close your eyes, my love. The first one's coming up. Loading it up now. So I got a few of them here.
Molly.
And
don't you squeak that.
First one we're going to start out with, where'd it go, is a teacher.
Are you ready?
Nope, in the 8th grade, all right? It's 2 minutes long.
What? The long ones don't do you any good. I don't know why you do this. 2
minutes then. Oh, hold on. You just, he thinks you are me. Very, very mean. All right. First one is up. This is an.
You ready?
Yeah. This is an 8th grade teacher telling what the kids say to her. Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Things that my 8th graders have said to me. Are you in therapy? You seem like the type. You look like my grandpa's couch. Thank you.
Yes.
Now that the
kids are so savage. Kids are so savage.
Shout out to Miss Good One.
I didn't hear the rest. They're savage. You know, one time when I was coaching a little, like when I had those 11-year-olds and under, one of them said to me, "Coach, why are you sweating? You haven't done anything." And I was like, why are you like this?
Oh, man.
What else did they tell her?
Oh, you want to watch the rest?
Yeah.
I can watch the rest. So it can be hit or miss, but here you go. Yeah.
The ops are gone. We can yap. A student got the answer right and yelled, "Yeah, I felt that one in my nuggets."
What?
Oh, man.
Your pants look like trash bags sewn together. Ha ha, trash bag pants. I don't get why you write so much on my rough draft. I'm not reading all that, bruh, for real, for real.
You shouldn't stop, man. That's so funny. Kids are nuts, man. Kids are so nuts.
Oh, man, that was hilarious. All right.
You look like, I mean, look what she's wearing. You literally look like
the type. Exactly.
There's a blanket on my couch. A crochet blanket.
All right, next one. You ready?
Yeah.
You're actually going to like this one. It's going to surprise you a little bit.
Okay.
All right, Just find it when you're ready.
I'm waiting on you.
So we go ahead and sip up. All right, guys. The next one, I think Shiro's really gonna like this one. This is called Cholo Fit. You know who this is, right?
You haven't done the first video, don't even think about doing this one, homie, or you'll be hurting. This is Cholo Fit Advanced with Creepers. First one to get started with, is E.G.O aerobics, And for this one, we bust out with the stretching cords, homie. And this is when your favorite jam comes on. And when you start feeling the beat, whether you're at your homie's barbecue or your prima's quinceañera, and then your jam comes on, homie. You go fist up, elbows horizontal, and then you start grooving, You're feeling it, homie. That's my jam, You might see a couple firme jainas in the distance. Tell them, cool, mija, what's up? All right, that's what's up, homie. You're a little too excited, Calm down. You're grooving, homie. You feel it right here in your tricep tripas or whatever. AT with a bullet. ¿Sabes qué? Got my finger on the trigger. I'm gonna pull it, All right. Don't forget to show respect to the OG in this Ruka right there in the corner, They got towels and water for you, and also a lot of wisdom, Look, you can see that fool's aura or whatever is glowing right now.
I love him a lot. I haven't seen him in a while. I didn't realize he was still doing videos.
Oh man, shout out to Frankie Quinones. If y'all haven't seen it, it's a show called This Fool. It's hilarious. He's with the cousin.
He's the brother, right? He came out of prison. He's the brother. Yeah.
It is so hilarious. It's about a guy that has.
I forgot that was him when we watched This Fool. I forgot that he's been doing those videos for a while.
Yes, that dude is hilarious as hell. Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's on IG. Just type in Cholo Fit. It's hilarious. Now, I'm already up 2 for 2. I'm gonna go for the trifecta on this one.
Okay, honey.
This
I couldn't not laugh at the Cholo guy.
You saw him talking, you're like,
I was like, oh, maybe I've seen this one. I'll be okay, but I didn't see that one.
I have another one I can play as a bonus. It's doing Peloton.
Oh no.
But anyway, actually, this is another one. This is actually a stand-up here. Let me know when you're ready. Get the water there, guys. I'm really feeling this is a great day for me. So already 2 for 2. Let's go 3 for 3. This is one from Matt Rife. So yeah, you're gonna laugh at this one. This was not even gonna be that long because now you're gonna laugh. So Matt Rife is funny as hell, guys. And let me drop this one out and bring this one in. All right, Matt Rife is hilarious. Here we go. Bring this one up. Right, here we go. All right, let's check this out. This is him just actually talking to a cast member or audience member.
I had tendon transplants in my right leg.
You had tendon transplants? Whose did you get?
Left side, I'm a 70-year-old man.
Left side, you're a 70-year-old man.
Right side,
okay.
I'm a 35-year-old black man.
On the right side, you're a 35-year-old black man. Your legs must hate each other. You ever get restless leg syndrome and they're just like, oh, Virginia. Is your right leg back?
Oh my, keep going.
Are you wearing jorts? You say, why not? How about why? Oh, man. He said, some of us have good looking legs. They're not even yours. The right one's ashy. What's the best is you guys can't see this, but there's a beautiful black couple sitting right next to him. Wait, what? That's your dad? Sorry? You have his legs.
Oh, I would like to go see him.
Yeah. Pretty much, yes. Yes, it is. But yeah, I didn't know if I could actually get her to do it. But once I got her, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. George, he's pretty much, except he actually saw him.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I've never watched a full thing of Matt Rife do like actual stand-up comedy, but I like when he interacts with the crowd. I laugh a lot.
I think the two people we really want to see are Matt Rife and what's the other one? Josh, and the other one is Schultz.
Oh, okay.
You don't know?
I could do it. Yeah.
Okay.
He was funny on the roast. I don't know him outside of anything else.
His crowd work is hilarious. He does.
It is.
Oh yeah, he can get 20 minutes out of it. No
Okay.
problem. So guys, excuse me. So I put up in the comments today about the poll was, what do you do when your single-ish friends ask for advice? I'm telling this because we were out of town last weekend seeing some peoples, all right? And so we were with one of our friends who was like, hey, we're going to go out to a bar, watch baseball game with some of my other friends. And I was like, I think I was like, all right, cool. So I get in the car and realize it's Shiro and 3 other women, and they are having 4 conversations at the same time. I'm trying to track just one of them, let alone see 4 go back and forth. And the thing is, it's not like they're making head or eye contact because one of them was on the road. But I noticed that nobody's making eye contact with the other person, they're just talking. So I'm like, how do you know if it's directed at you or not? And the conversations would do this. It would just crisscross. It was a lot. It was a lot, right?
He's exaggerating. And there were 4 women in the car.
4. Yeah, 4 women in the car. Yes. And so let's say that one of the girls is named Alanya, all right? And so she's talking about, hey, I'm like, is it Alana? Because I'm hearing a lot. I'm like, is it Alana? I'm like, no, it's Alanya. It's like I know, hey, the love of my life. He still calls me Alana. I'm like, okay, thought nothing of it. But then when I got in the car and I'm like, there are 4 women in this car. This is too much talking for me. Like, hey, stuntman, hey, dude, can I stay at your place for a little bit, for a few hours? He's like, bro, I don't have any power. I said, I don't care. It's quiet. I'll take it. So I, after sitting at the bar, putting in some time, trying to listen, I'm like, gotta go. Stuntman said I could hang out with him, right? Hang out, smoke cigars, drink a little bit. Then I go back, right? Find out Alanya has been asking everyone for advice. She's like, hey, I need some advice. I'm not actually married to the guy that I told you. Did she say boyfriend? How did she describe it?
Her man.
Her man, right? We've been together for 3 years, but he still calls me Alana. And when my family comes to visit, he still calls me Alana. He's like, and my name is Alanya. And then what did she go on to say, honey, about what it's like dating him?
She said that he was the bottom of the barrel.
Okay, she said her man is the bottom. Yeah, they are. I don't even want to know. It's too much for me. My head exploded. I almost had a stroke. Yes, she said, hey, I'm dating someone that I believe is the bottom of the barrel. Then I said, and everybody got mad at me. I was like, well, if he's bottom of the barrel and you're in there with him, like, doesn't that make you a raccoon? What are you talking about? What is supposed to mean as a raccoon? All I said, if you was in there dumpster diving, only thing people that I know go dumpster diving are homeless people and raccoons. All right. And you're wearing clean clothes. So I mean, I'm only left with that one. Everybody got mad at me. All right. I was like, oh, I'm supposed to sit down. Okay.
I just took a drink. I was like, oh.
She took a drink. All I know is everyone got mad at me because I was trying to give out advice. I'm like, why are you still? She's like, well, I mean, he's going to fly me out to like New York for a few days. And I'm like, I guess. But I mean, if you said someone's bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. But, I didn't think about it like this. So maybe he's not good looking or kind of like, I don't get, we never asked what she meant by bottom of the barrel. Because I just assumed like he had nothing going for him. But if he's flying you out to, different places, then he probably at least has money. I don't know.
That's why I was confused. Because I'm like, you said he was these things, but it's like, well, he doesn't say your name correctly, and then he's also saying how, at this point, well, it's not the best being around. I'm like, well, then why are y'all still together? That's all I'm saying. So everybody got mad at me. So I'm like, well, I have to ask him. This is the case. Then, well, have y'all ever tried to give advice to your single-ish friends? And I need to know what the result was. So after that, I'm like, collectively, I might be done.
Right.
Because you told me what the situation was and it didn't seem favorable to you. I was just repeating back that, hey, this is not favorable to you. Why are you still in it? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
I love it. Yeah, 3 years, still can't say your name properly. I got news for you. You a side piece? Yes.
You think so?
Yeah. a certain point, they don't care to know your name.
Well, if she never corrected him.
I mean, but the thing is, if he's around her family.
Well, I'm surprised the family didn't be like, yo, that's not her name. Somebody got to stand up and say it.
The thing that made me mad was she corrected me immediately.
She did.
And I whispered it because I didn't know. I'm like, hey, is it Alana? It's Alanya. Excuse me. Talking big and bad to Suzuki. Trying to correct me.
Well, I didn't know this woman particularly well. It was our first kind of encounter. She was a friend of a friend. Hey, AJ. And I think now that I look back on some of the conversations we had, she really just talked to talk or be like, I don't want to say center stage, but a main character. You know what I mean?
I guess. So she was acting like the character that comes on after you get kicked off the Apollo when they play that person moves them off. That's what I was like. You's clowning right now. Why should I know these things about you that I can say if you're dumpster diving, use raccoon. That's all I'm saying is if you jump in there for that, like you signed up for it. My man knows fraud too.
Look.
So that's all I'm saying. I know that we were trying to figure out how this went with another friend that was bringing over a potential suitor. So later on that same day, one of our other friends is like, hey, there's somebody I like, and I want you to meet him. I'm like, I guess, okay, but it's like, all right, we'll see what happens, right? So this was the date that an attempt was made on someone's life. So I'll say that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, you're talking about the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm trying to be vague on purpose.
I know you are, but you were really vague, and
Good.
so I got lost in what you were saying.
Okay, so one of our actual friends has a guy that she's interested in, right? So she wanted us to meet him, all right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So she's like, she wants us to meet him, and I'm like, we've already been at a birthday party. We've been doing all these things, running around, and I'm tired.
It's been a long day.
It was a long day. I feel like but I'm like, hey, because we're friends, I will meet a potential suitor. I understand what that's like. So she brings him around. Everything's pretty cool. We're all right. And so then we talk about conspiracy theories, all right? Excuse me. And because an attempt was made on someone's life, y'all know who I'm talking about, last week, Shiro was like, yo, you got to hear what E.G.O has been hearing about what happened.
Because he likes to do all this research and look at different angles and all that jazz. And I typically am the one who has to hear about it. And I'm not huge on all that stuff. I just want to wait and see what comes out later.
Exactly. So I had like a book report. Not that I took a side on anything. I was just like, yo, look at all that. They said this person was supposed to be there and they weren't, but that person that was supposed to be there was there. I was excited. It's like a book report for me about the conspiracy theory life, right? And so before I can even say how I found out all the information I have, she's like, obviously it was staged. I'm like, and before I could respond, I've heard people say that. He's like, you're so fucking stupid.
He did not say that.
Oh, he said she's crazy.
He said you're crazy.
All right. Say you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It was obviously real. What are you talking about? It was staged. Wait till it was real. It got pretty contentious really fast. And
between the two of them, they forgot we existed.
So we're like, you know what? This is a good time to leave. We're gonna walk with dogs. We'll be back.
But in the midst of that argument, he yelled at her to shut up too.
Yes. Right.
So I was just like, for him, he was like, I do not want to be a part of this, because if E.G.O ever said any of those things to me like that
in front of friends,
I mean, we have argued. We try to be fair, but we have argued, and we're like, you're not.
It's mainly me. I did it. It was my fault. Usually.
But not a mixed company, not somebody you don't know.
Or someone we haven't brought up to speed and made it like a who's right.
Yeah.
And we're willing to concede whoever's right for the reasons. So, whatchamacallit?
Joker voice. Ain't that the truth?
You talking conspiracy theory at the gate? I'm gonna look to your theory. I mean, so that was a thing. I mean,
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be way chill.
it was supposed to be way chill, so we had to leave and come back. And she's like, "Well, hey, what do you think?" We're like, "I mean, like, I don't know if you were in there or we were in there, but it got pretty hot pretty fast." So
I just said, well, the worst part for me was that because you left, you went and walked the dog or something like that. And I was kind of sitting there, and finally the man turns to me and it's like, "I'm right, aren't I?" And I was like, first of all, you both wrong. You're yelling. You're calling her names. At no point are either of you trying to understand the other person's point of view. Y'all just yelling and calling names. So I don't even want to participate in this.
I may eat like a toddler, but I don't argue like one. Get it straight. Get it straight. All right. So, I mean, at that point, I was like, so she asked the next day what we thought, and we're like, I mean, I was like, Randy Jackson. It's going to be for no for me, dog. It's going to be no for me.
Yeah, it was a no. And she asked, and I expressed that we were highly uncomfortable. The fact that he could tell you to shut up and call you names in front of your friends that he doesn't know on the first time meeting him, there's really no telling how he acts behind closed doors, especially if he was that comfortable being that way in front of us.
Exactly.
For me, it's a nah, bro, you have bad vibes.
Right. So, that's what we came to ask. Like, hey, when it comes to like giving advice, are you like giving advice or like, hey, my name's Bennett and I ain't in it?
What does that even mean?
You ever heard that?
No. Where did you hear that from?
Everybody says that.
You're crazy.
Shut up. You know, like people say things like, hey, what's your name? You like, hey, my name is Saul. It's up to y'all.
Oh,
like, hey, my name's Bennett and I ain't in it.
I see. Okay.
So I'm like, for me, I was like, I don't know if, you need to ask me these questions because apparently I called someone a raccoon and then I called for dumpster diving. I told for someone else, like, I don't want to, it's a no for me. And then obviously that they felt some kind of way about that. So, I mean, that's why I put the poll question.
No, I mean, I think she received it well. Her perspective was that when we went to walk the dogs, the person apologized, yada, yada, yada. But again, if they were comfortable to do that in front of us, I don't trust the person they are behind closed doors.
Exactly, which is why the poll is currently sitting at 50-50. Man, y'all better than me. I said no, I can't do that no more. I can't give single people that I don't know. I can't give advice no more. I just want to see where it goes. I'll be like, you need to do what you feel is right.
Right. I mean, they're gonna do it anyways, right? I feel like most people who are asking advice typically really already leaning one way. Most times they just want someone to validate their opinion, and then when you don't, they kind of him and haw, and they're like, oh well, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, so it's been absolutely wild. It was a wild week for us having just get people that were trying to get us advice from us. And I was like, I mean, I don't know if you saw what you just heard, what you just told me. You just told me that was a no. I don't know why you're asking me for the backup on there.
I think one thing I also realized too that weekend, I know when we initially sat down at the bar, he kept asking me, hey, are you okay? And there were so many conversation and stuff with people I wasn't familiar with and there was a lot of like, I don't like the talking over each other and the trying to get the spotlight. I will give you the spotlight. I don't need to be involved. So I have realized that I don't quite enjoy that scene anymore. Just being out to be out with people I don't know. Or in my younger years, that was fine because we're all doing it. But I'm not there anymore.
We get tired at 6:30 now. We don't have time for that. Now I realize why happy hour is a thing.
Right.
You want to get in and get out.
In and out.
Hey, look, from 5 to 7, those are prime hours. I can do that.
Right.
It's 2 drinks, a little bit of conversation, and go home and go to bed. I like that. I'm good with that. So yeah, it has been quite a week for us. So I mean, what I was also looking at was I was looking up things, and while we're on the subject of dating relationships, I actually wanted to look at some things and see what's been happening that's kind of been not viral, but hot, contentious things. And
Okay.
I actually broke this down actually in terms of these are like, what would you do, or what is your reaction, or what would you say in the situation? I got it in terms of friendships, dating, marriage, and parenting the child. So everyone can be included in this.
Okay.
So I will show you basically the video, just like, hey, what would you think if your friend did this? Or
Okay.
that stuff. That's basically what we're doing. All right. So first one I got up is this.
Nas, he's so ridiculous. I've missed your face, Nas.
Crip walking pimp, yes sir. We got, and we're gonna have to like have you jump on either, not even if you're on camera, like to give your whole review of your autobiography Nosferatu on Christmas. Okay, the Sunday before and the Sunday after. Like, we need a long form review by Nosferatu, your autobiography. All right, did they do you justice, sir? Did they do you justice? All right. So first one I've got up is. This is one I saw like not too long ago. So this is, you're at this guy's house, all right? And I will show you the setup that he's got going on, and we will actually shout him out. So we're talking about him.
Okay.
So this is guy's house. This is from Internet Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Right? So you're going to this guy's house, and this is his setup, okay?
Uh-huh.
So got tip jar.
Okay.
Okay. Pull up, shoes off.
It makes sense. Yeah. I don't.
Footies.
Okay.
Put up your stuff against the wall, so no electronics in the house.
Oh, wow.
Sitting on a beanie bag with a tuning fork and Himalayan salt water to cleanse your aura.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot. I ain't coming to your house.
You have to wear a cleanse energy chain and gloves. Yeah, he's a huge germaphobe.
Okay.
And no tissue. You are getting one
of
these.
Oh, you have to grow your wipey. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Sit down with a towel. And he has water based on your zodiac sign.
What?
Yes.
What does that even mean?
I failed to see this as well. And when you leave, you gotta tip him.
What am I tipping you for? I had to do all the work. You don't let me touch nothing. Because you put some water with my symbol on it. No. We not going. Molly Mae, look what she did. Sorry.
What?
She put that up here.
No, ma'am. No.
Stop
playing.
No, I ain't going to your house no more. I thought like he was gonna provide drinks and snacks, and then if not, I could see why you'd be like, go ahead and tip because, help, help the cause because we had a good time.
Footies, I would have said okay if you wore flops and you want to go barefoot in my house. That's it because they got caught.
Yeah,
I guess that's fine. Maybe. I think for me, it's like I'm not putting on no damn pendant.
You drew the line at the pendant.
I saw that shit at clearance for $7.95.
Look, I drew the line at having to grow my own wipey. We have like the cloth wipes because we have the bidet, and so we provide the cloth wipes. But like, I had to grow my own wipey? No.
The thing is, what if I don't realize it until it's too late?
Right. What do you do?
I'm make a mess.
What if I need multiple wipies?
Exactly. Like I only get one wipe. You can never live in Japan because the side of my feet would hurt.
Oh my
God.
God.
Says cleansing your aura. That's what's in that water. I ain't drinking that. Based
a
on
little
my
Visine.
Right. Ain't that what? Just water?
One drop for each month. So if you're in January, you're good. But
I'm so mad.
Lord have mercy.
Diapers. That was my
diaper. Oh yeah, he was in diaper pants.
I think they call those drop pants. It looks like you're gonna drop a deuce in them, but I mean it's called drop pants. That's a terrible name for it. All I know is the minute I saw the pants, I'm like, you're gonna make me sit on a beanbag with that big ass rug. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like,
I wonder why no electronics. I mean, that's a nice idea. Like if you're coming over, don't.
There are Faraday bags for that. Like when you go to the comedy places, if you gave me a Faraday bag, or a Faraday cage, that's fine. I'll do that, I guess. But I mean,
he made him put them outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going over there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn right back around.
Right, I ain't going to Torian's house.
I just need to know what the tip is for.
He said because it's expensive doing all that stuff. I'm
Well,
like,
you ain't gotta do all that. Sounds like a you problem. You the germaphobe.
word. That's what I figured too. We look forward to the review notes, Nosferatu. Oh, I'm definitely gonna give you a review though. If my team doesn't work, more the one kill that causes. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a guy that ate like a spoonful of Visine every day. The guy that created it. That should be like 100.
What?
When he got sick, he told his nurse to cover his body in Vaseline, and he recovered. Yeah, it was wild.
In Vaseline?
Vaseline, yeah.
Oh, so the Mexican myth is true. You put that Vaseline on your feet and
I thought
you
it was
do.
vapor rub.
Oh, it is vapor rub. That's right. You
Ginger,
put vapor rub
black
on it.
ginger ale, Mexican is vapor rub. I don't know who does Vaseline.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
AJ spot on a huge list from the hair to lip. So yeah, that's what we got in terms of friends. Ain't no way.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is actually pretty wild. So the NBA draft was about maybe 2 weeks ago, right? And so there was this guy, his name was, what's his name? Kyle Flapowski.
Okay.
I think he went to Duke. And dude was slated as a lottery pick, right? Like top
what does
10.
that mean?
Top 10.
Okay.
He fell to the early second round. And people were like, yo, this guy's got skills. Well, I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
This guy's got skills. Like, he can hoop. He mid-range game, 3-point game, good defense, 6'9". He's great. So people were like, not when we got ginger ale. No. Ginger ale cures everything. Everybody knows that. Okay. So what you call it?
Okay.
Oh, damn. Every bar knows to the bottle of that stuff behind the bar. Interesting. But anyway, yeah. So the first thing people notice is like, yo, when you're at the draft, who's supposed to be with you at the draft?
Your parents.
His parents were not there.
Oh.
So you got two parents, about maybe a brother, at least one older brother, maybe another one too. So there's him as a girlfriend. So people were like, yo, what's happening?
Yeah.
Why is this guy slipping in the draft? He gets drafted to, ironically, the Utah Jazz. I'll tell you why it's ironic in a second here. I'm going to pull this up. Because people were asking, yo, why did he slip? Executives said that he was really jittery in the interviews because he knew the questions they were going to ask.
Okay.
Because of...
Does he come from a polygamous family?
No. So it's the thing that made... It's not that. It's this girlfriend.
Oh.
Because... Look at this. She's my babysitter. His girlfriend was his babysitter.
I thought you were going to tell me brother and sister.
No.
Because I was like, they look exactly the same.
So the thing is like, people like, she was my babysitter for 10 years. Once I started getting traction, she made a move on me. I felt like I was pre-ordered. That's where we're at today.
What? What does that, I feel like I was pre-order mean?
So basically, she had been babysitting him, so I think since he was like 8 or 9.
Okay.
And
you don't need a babysitter once he hit like 14.
Well, that's the thing. Is like she's 27 or 28. He's 18.
Okay.
Or 19 now. But they were saying that we made it official, before I got out of high school. But they're like, then why did you take her to your prom when you were 17? So people are like, hey, you're a victim.
Right.
And
she been grooming you. She saw you gonna get that money too, and here we are.
And so
I mean, she's a beautiful girl.
Right. So he has not talked to his parents in the last year and a half.
Because they don't approve of
because
that.
They're like, yo, you're a victim.
Oh, and he's like, no, I'm good.
Right. And everyone's like, what do you say when someone's been watching you since you were 12, 10? And
so that would have made her 22 when he was 12?
I think it's more like
she's like 10 years older than him.
I think it's between 7 or 8. I forget the age gap on there, but it's like
so she might have been in maybe high school when she started watching him.
I think she graduated. She might have graduated college before he finished high school.
Okay.
And so everyone's just like, but if she's been your babysitter that long, that's like, no, it's not cool. So everyone's saying it's ironic that he got drafted by the Utah Jazz because they were like, we did their research, we're all right.
Yeah, we're okay with that.
So they were just like, dude should have been, they're like, dude should have been like a top 10 to 12 pick, and like now a second rounder. Like, I was wondering why they were showing him hugging his girlfriend when he didn't get drafted. I was like, yeah, I thought he was going to go far. Then I read all the information. I'm like,
well, I hope his career is successful. I mean, he's an adult now and he's choosing to stay in that relationship. So it is what it is, right? Maybe
Yes.
was a thing.
I will just say
it's weird. I agree with Jacob. Like I think it's weird. I think that it's, how do you go from treating this kid like your little brother to giving it to him, in the bedroom?
I don't know, because it's like people felt some kind of way when Scottie Pippen's ex-wife Larsa Pippen started dating Michael Jordan's son. You're like, you literally babysat him as a toddler.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, that's what made it worse. It's like, because they were teammates, they would have them over and she would babysit them.
Okay.
And so I'm just like, same energy.
Yeah.
And it's incredible.
It's weird. It's weird. But again, he is an adult. As people get older, the age gaps don't really matter anymore. But
I will say,
if she was of age and he was not, and they were a thing, he's a victim.
I would say differently if he made a move on her. But it's like you can't. And the thing,
yeah, but that's not fair either, because young boys, they're just,
I don't know. I don't know. That's why I said I was putting it out there, because that was some things that I've seen. Okay.
I don't know about it.
Right.
I mean, so, but okay, but wait.
Yeah.
So teams didn't draft him because of this?
Yes, because they didn't know what to do with her.
But they don't have to do anything with her. They let that play out.
And we're saying it's that, and the fact that that, and the fact that he did very, very poorly in interviews for knowing that they were going to ask these things.
So he was worried about what to say, anyways.
Possibly, I think, but just like they said that he wasn't focused. He had really poorly in answering all the questions. Like on top of that, you have no contact with your parents.
Yeah,
it's like, well, if nothing else, you could rely on your parents. Like you don't really have them, and then there's this lady, and you're tight-lipped about the whole situation. So yeah, it's been really wild.
Interesting.
So when the first two between, it was me. It was me.
Yeah, it was him.
I was like,
he side hugged me the first night.
I side hugged her twice. That's how y'all let her know, like, hey, I'm not considering you. Then like, hey, come back to my place. She had nothing to do with herself.
Not that he wasn't considering me. I was like, well, okay, maybe he's just awkward. I mean, he keeps texting me, so I mean, it's better than the other guys who are trying to get in my bed and leave. You know what I mean? So I was like, I could see where this goes.
Yeah. She definitely spent the night. I was surprised. I was like, God, she's still here.
She's still here. She didn't run away.
She didn't run away. I didn't run her off. But anyway, yeah. So next one I got is also these dating streets. So I gotta show y'all this. So this guy is homeless. And
I did, JV. I was so confused by it. It's like one of those mysterious things. Like, I got to figure out what is going on here.
Yeah. So this guy is homeless, right? So he lost his house and needed a place that's reasonable. So I can get back on my feet, tired of sleeping in Atlanta shelters.
Okay.
Very quiet person. Say to myself, work a job, and also have a clothing line. Moved to Atlanta from St. Louis 4 years ago. If anybody has any resources, you can send me the way. I'll accept and appreciate you. You got 1,000 offers.
Oh, I am sure, Hunty.
Okay,
in Atlanta, everybody trying to scoop him up. His little light eyes, a little gaze. He's a good-looking person.
I know. I was just, I was okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't have imagined he'd be sleeping on the streets much longer. It depends what kind of offer he's willing to accept, because I'm sure they're the sugar daddy for him.
So Shiro's best friend is what? Asian, right?
Yeah. Trinidadian, Asian. Her parents are from there.
So yeah, me. Is the first time I went snowing? Yes.
Yeah.
First time.
First time snowing for him, but I have dated the world.
Pretty much.
The UN.
Pretty much. She's delegates. No delegates. Right. All I'm saying. So and the weird thing is everyone thought just by talking to me, like, I bet you say if ain't snowing, you ain't going, huh? I'm like, I've never said that.
Yeah. Didn't some of your family members even think like you had only dated a white girl?
Yeah, like that tracks. Like, what do you mean? It's the first one. It's the first milk of magnesia I've had.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, like Mongolian dudes are hot. Probably.
I have dated
Embassy of shit.
of
Yes.
Asian descent.
Yes.
A couple different Asian descents.
Yes, exactly. All right, so this one is for getting married. And I had to ask this. Okay.
Oh
Because
gosh.
someone actually put this up and said that people should actually do this.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. All right, so this is what someone said that you should do this at a wedding. Sorry about the wrong one. There we go. All right. So I want to see what you think about this. Here's another one here.
When two people get married, they should take the cooler last name.
We have been waiting for somebody to bring this up because we have an idea that will revolutionize wedding culture as we know it.
At the ceremony, before the bride and groom say I do, they hold a vote on who has the cooler last name. All their friends and family vote, except for people, wait for it, who have those last names because they're biased.
They got to sit out. And whoever's name wins the vote, that's their name.
Imagine.
Okay, I mean.
There is no way I'm signing up to do that.
Oh.
You're right. I'm married to my Lord Jesus. Exactly. Beat that. Because he beat the grave. Take that. There's no way I'm doing that. You know how many family fights would happen at that? You know how many fights you're going to start before it even gets on there? Because if you have an odd number attending? No, there's no way. If we have to,
I mean, it's an idea. I could see people doing it.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would do it.
Ain't no way. Like I would put that in the hands of other people. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's something that's intimate between you and your partner.
Right. Be like, no.
I mean, what if I would ask you to take my last name?
No. I put a hashtag that included your name to my name, so people know what's happening. Okay. It took a lot of. If I didn't live on the East Coast when I did, I wouldn't have understood the concept of a hyphen. So because she has she did the hyphenated name thing, I was okay with that because I found out like, hey, if you work for so long and you have credit or cachet in what you're doing with your name, the last thing you want to do is change it and it confuse people.
Well, not even that too. Based on family and stuff, like I'm an only child, so part of that is carrying on my family's name because I'm not a boy. So
yeah, and I was okay with that. So she hyphenated her name, and I'm like, cool enough for me. So I'm like,
actually, I didn't hyphenate it because he filled out the paperwork and made it my middle name.
Your last
I think he did that on purpose.
Wait, what I do?
You made my last name my middle name instead of hyphenating it.
On your social security card?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I definitely probably did that. Okay. Yeah,
and one of them, so
I didn't know where to hyphenate.
On one of them, you set it up. You didn't know how to hyphenate. And then when I got to the DMV, they're like, "Why didn't you just hyphenate?" I was like, "I didn't fill it out. I'm fine. It's still there."
This Rose Villain arc, he didn't wait there. And it's just, I'm surprised she let me like, hey, here's for a whole new identity for Social Security. Have fun at it. I'm like,
I was like, look, if you want this to happen, make it happen.
I see she did it on purpose on middle name. See, I think my mom did that with her middle name.
Really?
That's how I thought you're supposed to do it. So I didn't know.
Well, we're in an area that I grew up in that is like heavily Hispanic culture, and hyphenated names are common, or like multiple names are common. So
okay, I get it. So I need the parents in on this one. All right, even if you got babies or your kids are growing out the house, so I need to know if y'all co-signing this ish right here. All right, I need this.
Oh gosh, kids. Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna. All right, so here we go. Because I need to know. I know where I stand with this. I need to know where parents. Again, if you have babies or your kids are growing out the house, I need to know what y'all thinking about this because I want to know how. Okay. So I think this is the doctor, okay?
It
on
looks
a podcast.
like it, or at least
MD.
in.
She lives in a hospital. She's wearing form-fitting scrubs.
Okay.
So she spent at least $80 on scrubs. All right. So here she go, right here. This is on the Him and Her podcast. I think this is Lauren Bostic. Here we go.
My children probably bathe maybe once a week.
Can you talk to him
Maybe,
about
and
this?
they don't use. I mean,
Michael's a fourth Japanese. He
one
thinks they have
time-
to bathe every day. Can you?
One time we had somebody on and they were talking about this, and when the clip went viral and they said we were abusing people, I was like,
oh Lord.
They said something about privilege too. I was like, what? I didn't know
No,
how that
I
works.
said
were they
that I
doing?
didn't. I did delayed bathing with both my kids.
After they were
Yes,
born.
that's because why would you need to? Why are they dirty?
Talk to us about how you only bathe your kids once a week. I want to know more about that.
Well, first off, I just let my kids do what they want to do. I have 4 children. I'm not going to fight with my kids over little stupid things like bathing.
Agreed.
Like,
What's the
I'm
age gap
just
again?
almost 10, 7, 5, and 2.
I did. Okay. I need to stop.
Go ahead, honey.
Bathing once a week, no matter how old you are, it's nasty work. Literally, okay? 10, 7, 5, and 2. They all smell, okay? Once a week is not enough. I identify as quarter Japanese because I too say you need to bathe every damn day in this house, okay? I don't need you smelling like outside inside my house, okay? I'm not gonna tolerate that. First of all, I let my kids do what I want to do. No, not in this house. All right, I run this house, and I'm saying bathe. All right, or I will baptize you in bath water.
Oh my
and die,
gosh.
okay?
Okay, honey, calm down.
I'm just saying, like once a week.
Okay.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Uh-huh.
Not that I believe this. So they talked about delayed bathing. I haven't looked anything into this, but I can imagine that as an infant, right? You're already getting kind of wiped down with wipies and stuff because you are peeing and pooping on yourself. But I could understand that, like, especially like the soaps and stuff might be really harsh on your skin, and you're forming as a human, and so there are natural things that are happening to you, and maybe let some of that take action. But as they get older and active,
Wait, that first part. What are you saying? How old is that?
that's like 0 to 3 months. You know what I mean?
I mean, I thought this was Dial is for. Like a Johnson & Johnson? I'll try. No, not Dial, not Johnson.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You just don't really truly know how stuff affects your skin, and even though we've all been using it, right? Like, and then as they start to grow older and move around a lot and crawl on the ground and touch things, like for me, bathing once a week, not a thing. Are most kids going to go through a stage where they don't want to bathe because they're not playing in the water anymore? Absolutely. And I mean, kids don't need a million choices, right? They need a set of guidelines, some structure. And if bathing is part of that, it should be, and you deem it worth a fight, then it should be a part of that. I have a buddy who, her kids got older and she had a sensitive nose, and if she could smell them, she would make them get back in the bath, and she would tell them, "You are old enough, you do not want me to have to bathe you. I will bathe you."
That's fair. I like that.
And she, that was her stance on it. I've just better not smell you.
And I have a sensitive nose, and I'll let you hear it. I'm like, why do you smell like outside inside my house? Okay, go back. Wash and repeat. This is not. I will stick you in the car wash if I have to get clean. I can't do that. The smells of anything, no. I can't go over. I couldn't go over that lady's house. He's like, hey, you know what? When's bath day? I'm gonna come in that day.
Well, and I think Nas has a good point. Like, boys, nah, bro, y'all smell bad.
We're awful. We smell terrible.
Y'all smell bad.
We smell like whatever we've been doing.
Yeah.
Hard
y'all
day's
smell
labor.
Bad. And for women, a lot of us, we don't smell that bad. Even when we think we smell, you guys don't think we smell.
Comparatively, we don't think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just, I just want to know. If she was saying like, hey, they're infants, I get it. That's fine. But I've also seen a diaper blowout, and that needs to be addressed immediately.
Yeah, dunk.
That's all I'm saying. But when she said 10,
no. You done run around on the playground.
What should we call it? So yeah, I had to have y'all's thoughts on that because the bathing thing, I was like, that is
Did you see AJ's thing about changing his name?
to wolf. I can see doing that. I can see that. Actually, doesn't cost much to change your name now. It's just like the only pain in the butt would be like the social security card change. That's it.
Oh
A
yeah.
few weeks and you're good though. I mean, you just have to explain the name change on the whatever you fill out anything. It's like, hey, what's your previous name? Like, my slave name was Joe, but I do not accept that. I am a wolf. Ow. Anyway. So guys, we have with the internet, we have our weather tends to affect the internet signal. So if anybody wanted to know what power our max sync levels, y'all
That's
diabolical.
disgusting.
Y'all diabolical. There's no
That
way.
is so gross. Oh,
Absolutely.
that man who didn't shower for like a month and a half. Guy, what?
It was gross. People were just like, hey, sir.
Because his girlfriend, the reason he showered the one time because his girlfriend didn't like it, then he didn't have a girlfriend. He was like, I guess I'm not showering.
Awful, nasty work. Can't do it at all. But guys, before the storm followed down our internet, I want to say thank you for joining. I think one of the next few videos we will make will probably be a review of Long Legs. That was very interesting. Or my video. Check it out. Sorry, let's just put. Hold on.
What is happening?
I wanted to show it off.
Oh, okay. You didn't want to wait for your moisture.
Of this. Check it out. It's awesome. I can't wait to talk to y'all about this in another video, but I was excited. Shiro did some Legos too, but I mean, mine's cooler. Put this back. Ugh.
This is what I live with.
Yes. This is like she shows. She'll feel what was happening. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you either in our next videos, which is going to be a movie review, tour review, or actually our next episode 40 it will be.
Yay.
For Ordinary Games at that point. But guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we will check y'all later.